It is the light that shows us the path. A path of hope, belief, and responsibility. A light passed on to everyone, bringing us together, making us think vibrantly. Here at Rotary Club of Pune, Vibrant East, we unite positively for a common good in accomplishing Rotary's 7 areas of focus towards peace and conflict resolution, water sanitation and hygiene, disease prevention and treatment, maternal health and childcare, building local economies, basic education and literacy, and supporting the environment.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Asmita Kanchan Bairat. I'm a consultant radiologist working at Siddhivinayak Hospital in Urve Kanchan. I'm a member of Rotary Club COPS, Pune Vibrant East in the Doctors Association. Now my today's topic is mammography and its use in breast cancers. Now there are many techniques to diagnose breast cancer. So one of them is mammography, which is the basic screening and diagnostic test which we do for all patients. So there are other studies also which include film screen mammography, which we used to do it earlier. Now it is replaced by digital mammography. Then we have ultrasound, CT scan, MRI, and also nuclear medicine and galactography. Now once we have detected a cancer or once you have detected a mass on mammography, the next step is to have a core biopsy of the mass and see whether it is a benign or malignant mass. So the procedure is needle placement for excisional biopsy, or USG guided aspiration, or USG guided core biopsy, or stereotactic core biopsy. So these are several methods by which we can find out that the mass is benign or malignant. Now, in mammography, there are 2 standard views which are taken in all patients. The first is craniocaudal view and the second is medial lateral oblique view, which is MLO and CCC views. Now, let me tell you some advantages of digital mammography over screen mammography. First is more inherent contrast than film screen. The second is post-processing will save on patient dose. Then telemammography is a very good option over here, where we can send the images to the doctors. Even the reports can be sent to the doctors by telereporting. Next is optical disc storage for imaging, which eliminates film loss. In many cases, what happens, the patient lose their films or some damages happen to this film. But here in this digital mammography, the images are always stored with us. Now at present time, what is more important is the resolution. So in digital mammography, even the tiniest of the tiny masses, which are even in millimeters, can be easily detected on digital mammography, which can be very helpful for the patients. Now the mammography technique is, here resolution is the important imaging parameter which is needed to detect microcalcifications. So for detection, 2 things are very important. We need to detect the mass first, detect its localization, and is it present with microcalcification or absent without microcalcifications. We have to see that. The sensitivity of mammography is 85 to 90% in fatty replaced breast and 65% in cases of dense breast. Now, the primary signs and secondary signs on mammography, they are very important. So we must know what are the primary signs to look on mammography. So 2 primary signs are there, that is mass itself, and second is calcification. The secondary signs of cancer on mammography are nipple inversion, then architectural distortion, skin thickening, axillary lymphadenopathy, skin retraction, tissue asymmetry, and developing neodensity. Amongst these, the axillary adenopathy is also easily detected, whereas the nipple inversion and architectural distortion are signs which are visually we can see. Next is now the American College of Radiology screening mammography guidelines. The guidelines state that each and every female above the age of 40 must undergo mammography test as a screening. And if cancer is detected after the screening, then she should undergo the treatment. Even if cancer is not detected, every year after the age of 40, the female must undergo mammography once a year. So now, what is the next step after a mass is detected in a mammography? What we do is we do FNAC, that is fine needle aspiration, whose results are as good as excisional biopsy results. Here we take 11 and 14 gauge needles are used for core sampling. Local anesthesia is given and samples are collected. These samples are further passed over for detection whether the sample is of malignant or benign lesion. Now, last but not the least, the dose limit. The dose limit, FDA approved dose limit for a single view of mammography should not exceed above 300 millirads. So this was all about my today's topic. Thank you everyone for listening so patiently and carefully. Thank you so much.